let's talk about the Dallas Wings because they have a monster game tonight against the Las Vegas Aces, coming off of a very impressive win on the road against the New York Liberty. And this is the highlights from AZ Fudd just going nuclear in the third quarter. 5 threes in the period, 6 threes in total in the game, a career-high 24 points, a full-on coming-out party. Had a big strip block of Breanna Stewart down the stretch that helped them kind of slam the door shut in this game and kind of reminded everybody, this is why I was the number 1 pick in the WNBA draft. And now they get to put their 4-3 start with some really impressive wins thus far completely on the table when they face the Aces tonight, who won the title a year ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's the WNBA. It's like just, if you want to face a really good team, just wait 4 nights. I mean, it's pretty much once a week you're going to face a potential champion contender. So, it's a great test facing the Aces. This is probably their toughest matchup of the year, right, is Las Vegas, just considering how good they've been for so long. And you really want to see how they stack up against a seasoned group like that, given how young the Wings core is with Paige and AZ. So I also just want to make sure expectations are aligned with reality here. Is AZ goes off for 24 in New York, and then people might run and think, well, has to be 24 a game for her.
Right.
And it's like, listen, the game before she struggled to shoot the ball. So did everybody. So there has to be an understanding of there are going to be peaks and valleys in a rookie season, but it was awesome to see her really excel. 6 3-pointers is no joke. And to see that all click, she's understanding the WNBA and adapting and adjusting as she goes along, and it's fun to see.
And to that end, if we can call up SOT number 60, she talked yesterday at practice about how much more comfortable she feels just a few games now into her rookie season.
Well, I think a big thing was that I slowed down that game. I was trying to be very intentional about like taking a deep breath, slowing down. I felt like before coming off screens or even when the ball found me, I was rushing. I would put the ball on the floor right away. I would try to attack right away, even though people would go under off a handoff. And that's stuff that I did every game at UConn, every practice at UConn. I would not hesitate shooting it. So I think I was just rushing a little bit. So being a little bit more patient, and then my teammates found me. They set me great screens. But yeah, I was reading the game. That's what was there.
And I think we have seen this kind of stair-step its way in. And listen, progress is never linear in this space, especially for a rookie. But we did see gradual improvement. Her game against the Mystics was the one where I kind of the first time I felt like, all right, she looks more comfortable out there. And then the very next game against the Chicago Sky, it kind of grew from just comfortable to there were at least moments where you saw aggressiveness and assertiveness, and I'm going to go make a play. They all backslid against the Atlanta Dream the following game. None of them played well that night. But then, obviously, she took the progress from the game against the Mystics and the game against the Sky and went to a completely different level with what she did against the New York Liberty. It's not going to just continue to be linear. I don't think she's going to score 33 tonight. Like I don't think that, to your point, I don't think it's fair to foist that expectation upon her. But it has been, I think, encouraging, especially for Wings fans, especially for big AZ Fudd fans, to see, okay, there are the very clear kind of kernels of, all right, it's all pointed in the right direction, and she's figuring out this is what this game is like at the WNBA level.
There was a reason she went number 1 in the draft, right? It's validation of that draft pick in some ways.
And also, sometimes all it takes is just that one data point, right? Like, you just have to prove to yourself that you can play at this level. Paige had a growing lesson early in her career. It took her about 10 games to really find her footing. That's just the nature of bumping up a league, especially when you were just playing high-leverage basketball a month ago at the college ranks. Like, she is making a significant transition to a more physical league in a lot of respects, and she just needs to prove that she is capable of it. She did that. Now it's about consistency. Now it's about finding, and again, we're saying this 7 games into the season. Like, she's on a ridiculous pace in terms of development, and the rest of the team is too, because they are that young. They do need that time together.
We did get word just a little bit ago that the Wings have downgraded Arike Ogunbowale because of illness and Alana Smith because of illness to doubtful for tonight's game. That's courtesy of Grant Afseth, who does a great job covering the team. Paige Becker still probable had a left leg issue, but seems to be fine and ready to play tonight. But if Ogunbowale doesn't play, that answers any question relative to whether or not AZ Fudd is going to start tonight. That would make it quite clear. I think we were probably already working in that direction, the way that Fudd's minutes have gone up, the way that she has played progressively better, and candidly, Odyssey Sims hasn't been as hot as she was that first game or two. So I think we were probably working in that direction anyway. I think we were probably going to see it anyway tonight. But if Arike doesn't play, that makes it quite obvious that we'll see AZ Fudd start for the first time.
Yeah, she'll start. I don't know how much it's going to affect her minutes. I mean, she's
Yeah.
still playing a bunch of minutes off the bench, right? So, and game time is game time, whether you start or you come off the bench and play against a second unit. But it's for her an opportunity to play more off ball. Doesn't have to be, a primary option. But running with the starting lineup for her, I should have prepared myself for that. Bleeding from the ears.
It really is so obnoxious.
So good.
Good.
That should be my new alarm clock. No, but for AZ,
I want to make so many jokes on that, but anyway, continue.
I don't think it really matters if
It
she
would
starts.
be apropos for Jonah Javad's alarm to go off at 12:56 p.m.
There was a time when it used to be that way. I'm excited for the opportunity just to kind of see her in the starting lineup. But again, that doesn't really move the needle for me all that much. You know, she's getting tons of PT coming off the bench, so but it's a big game. It's on Prime, I believe. So
Yeah.
big audience and great opponent.
A little bit of history here if we're talking expectations. I just wanted to make sure this was accurate. The Wings last beat the Aces in August of 2024. They got swept by them last year, and they went 1-3 in 2024 after playing them in the Western Conference Finals in 2023. So, since that playoff run, which I know it's difficult for some Wings fans to remember, but West Finals, you've since rebuilt with 2 number 1 draft picks, and now you get a crack at a team that, oh, by the way, just won the title again. Mm-hmm. That's what they're going up against. This is legitimately the equivalent of playing like the Niners from the 80s. This is, or a better example for basketball, you're playing the Lakers mid-80s. That is kind of what they're going up against. And it's a great benchmark for this team to see where they measure up.